and welcome to another exciting episode of Way of the Brush with me, your host, Kris, aka the Name Butcher, aka Hey You, Get Off My Lawn, aka Kris, you are being creepy again. Way of the Brush, the most informative 120 minutes on the internet on the wargaming lifestyle. We'll talk about painting, terrain, conversions, and just about everything under the sun, meaning no topics are barred. We'll talk about anything and everything. So, first-time viewers, be warned, we do go off the rails pretty darn quick around here, unless, of course, you keep the conversation in a direction that, appeals to you. Be it, painting and gaming and what have yous, right? So, if you're attending live, you can ask your questions in the chat, whichever direction it is for you. And if you're watching this after the fact, you can submit your questions to Kris@wayofthebrush.com. If you're going to send pictures, send them as attachments in the email. Don't send it off as links to other sites because it just won't do it. It's annoying. And oftentimes because it's ads and, other crap like that. And you never know. Sometimes I don't check the emails, so I never know what's in the pictures until I open it and I go, oh, this is cool. Because I kind of like that cold open kind of thing. I like going in, I like diving into things first time. Not that I'm a big reaction kind of video kind of guy. It's just, it's just the way I like to do things. I like to jump at it fresh rather than see it like a week ahead and then, Anyway. Also at wayofthebrush.com is a link for all the social medias as well as Discord. Join us on Discord. It's a lot of fun. We keep the conversation rolling there 24/7. And again, it's kind of like this show. It's, anything and everything. We've got various channels, various topics. Of course, conversations roll from channel to channel. So, again, it's a little bit like herding cats, but, that's fine. And usually, everybody's pretty darn good. And, of course, I only have the one rule in the Discord. Don't be a dick. That's it. Just don't be a dick. And, you have to be a pretty big screw-up to get kicked and banned from my server. So bear that in mind for everybody who has been kicked and banned. You have to be quite the screw up. Anyway. Also at wayofthebrush.com is links for t-shirts. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's links in the description down below as well for t-shirts. Want to look like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world? They're wearing a Way of the Brush t-shirt. And of course, if you purchase yourself a shirt, send a picture of yourself in your shirt and I will add it to the Monkey Shrine. Because it's nice to put a name to the face and a face to the name. So, why not, right? And of course, a huge thank you. Also at wayofthebrush.com is links for Patreon support. Huge, huge thank you to all my patrons. Without your support, this channel would not continue onwards. I would not be able to continue to do the work that it is what I do, which is educate, inform, and sometimes entertain. Kind of. I use the word entertain loosely. It's loosely. It's kind of like this show. It's, who knows what weirdness will happen. But you never know. I can't remember where else. Oh, and if you're not able to support monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, subscribing, sharing, and ringing, and commenting, and all the interaction stuff. Oi, geez Louise. Dega, 33, new follower. Thank you. Here we go. What, Diego? Oh, jeez. I gotta move that. So a huge thank you to everybody. And of course, interacting with the video does all that, algorithm crap and blah, 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 blah. Big thank you to Carl, a.k.a. Guymere Allfair, a.k.a. Beer and Blood Bowl. That's his YouTube channel. Check him out. If you love yourself some beer, you love yourself some Blood Bowl. Beer and Blood Bowl is where it's at. We always take the time to thank Carl, even though he is no longer with us, for taking the time out of his busy day to create the email jingle that plays before the email segments of the show. And so always much love to Carl. And of course, speaking of love, much love to my baby brother Evan for creating the intro, outro music that plays at the begin and end of the show. So always much love to my baby bro Evan. And of course, if you're into rare comics, like rare, not medium rare, not well done, but rare comics, he's probably got your hookup. EB Comics, it's in the description below. Check it out. Or don't. I don't care. You know what? All the shit isn't. I'm just going to stop doing the intro spiel and I'm just going to point down below. It's all down below. Just look below. Below. Ah! That's terrible. Who's joining us today? I could see Evan Belleau. Sup, everybody? Sup? James and Kent. Afternoon, Kris. Afternoon, everyone. Afternoon. Scott Radum. Hey, hey. Sir Peanut Butter. Morning, Kris and peeps. Morning. Heretic Scott. Sup, nerds? Happy Saturday. It is. It's a wonderful Saturday. Well, we had a bit of a cold snap in my area. I'm in the Niagara Falls area in Canada, for anybody who doesn't know. And, yeah, we had a bit of a cold snap. Had a little bit of snow, actually. We got snow, which is kind of surprising. And it was big. You know, it was like big. Anybody who experiences snow in their regions knows, like, when you get like that big lake effect snow and it's like the big fluffy snowballs that are flying everywhere. That's what we had. Fluffy snowballs, not hard snowballs like hail or anything like that. That's not, you know, we weren't getting pelted by ice balls. But yeah, big fluffy snow coming down all over the place, coming sideways because there was wind as well. And so it was coming in sideways like that, you know. That's when you know you're in for some weather, is when it's coming in. Even rain sideways. Ooh, hurts. It's like you remember that line from Forrest Gump, you know, it was all kinds of rain. And anyway, I can't do the bit, but I guess anybody who's watched that movie knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, rambling at this point. But yeah, and now it's starting to warm up, and the projections for the forecast for our area is it's supposed to get warmer. We're into April now. What are we? April 3rd? We're April 3rd. And, you know, it's just going to get warmer. Of course, in my area, it gets hot and humid in the area because we're situated between two Great Lakes. So you get a lot of humidity in this area. Understandably, of course. Heretic Scott, we get an inch of snow and it's a countryside emergency. Oh, inch of snow? Oh, geez. Well, I mean, up north, where we're from, yeah, it's not common. It's not uncommon to get, you know, snow like to your head, you know, getting buried alive in snow. Down here in southern Ontario, it's a little bit warmer down this way. I think we only had max. I think we had a foot of snow on the ground, a little over a foot. But either way, yeah. And I live down south, and in Memphis, Tennessee, and yeah, you just get some frost and shit, and people were wiping out. People didn't know what to do. Mind you, though, a lot of people drove with like bald tires, so yeah, that doesn't do any good when it gets slick at all. Even rain, a heavy rain would just wipe people out. Grim, Florida doesn't care for snow. All right, here we go, Grim. Let's brag some more. What's the temperature like there, Grim? Come on. What is it, like 79, 75? It's probably 75. I mean, I could go to the Weather Channel and look, but... But anyway. Yeah, so, apparently, as I woke up this morning, the box set for the Cursed City from Games Workshop went up for pre-order, already sold it. And I don't know if America and Canada have access to the pre-order yet. Apparently it's like 1 in the afternoon is when it goes, changes and goes up for sale. Crap like that. Anyway, I had mine switched there. Hold on, I gotta go back. But anyway, yeah. Cursed City. Everybody's talking about it. I don't have it, and you know, apparently somebody posted on Discord. James and Kent posted on Discord that apparently it's already sold out, and it's selling for what, 125 British pound. So that's going to be like what, damn near 250 Canadian for us in Canada dollars. But then he posted also that eBay's already got pre-orders up on eBay and they're adding about, looks like 50 pounds onto the price tag. So it's 175 British pound. Fucking scalpers, I swear to God. Everybody out to make a fucking grimy dollar. A grimy dollar. Now, mind you, this is a luxury hobby where a vast majority, I realize there's people who, you know, struggle to afford this kind of stuff and really, really love it, but there's those who can afford it quite easily and they're getting price gouged. I normally don't you know, I don't condone price gouging to begin with. I think it's unethical, but yeah, because they're posting the same pre-order, but they're adding $50 to it. You know, it's kind of bullshit. It's kind of bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on the scalpage. The scalpage. I don't condone that sort of thing. It's bullshit to me. But anyway. Where am I? Grim. 68 Fahrenheit, 20 C. Yeah, okay. That's not bad. Cold snap frost. Fuck off, Grim. Fucking Grim. Florida, we don't get snow. No, but they get hurricanes. They do get their share of hurricanes. We don't get hurricanes at all. We get blustering winds. Maybe some heavy rainfall. Maybe a down power line. That's about it. No risk of, like, you know, tornadoes and typhoons and hurricanes and shit rolling over the land, tearing the place up, and, you know, flooding and, you know, stuff like that. Like, even flooding, I don't even think. I mean, some places that are pretty low lying, but like where we are situated, we're pretty elevated from like the water table and everything, so we don't really experience that. Although other places of Ontario do get like tornadoes and shit. I grew up in London, and tornadoes were a real thing. London, Ontario, not London, England. Everybody's out there like, really? London, England? No, Ontario. And yeah, I remember when I was young, tornado ripped right through pretty much my neighborhood. It was like from the south end, and it ran, and then pretty much ran through like my neck of the woods and hit the mall that was like only like a 10-15 minute walk from my place. And yeah, it just like ripped the roof right off the mall and everything. It was quite a thing. But anyway. Heretic Scott, hey, I have those Way the Brush stickers on my table. Fancy that. Oh, those stickers? Yeah. Speaking of stickers, I've got to get those dice out to everybody, all the patrons. I know. It's good gnawing at me. I know. I've got them all packaged up, ready to go. I just have not gotten to the post office. But yes, they are coming. And everybody who signs up at particular tiers, you do get dice. It does say it. Just hopefully you're not in a mad rush for them because, you know, yeah. Anyway. James Kent curses about Curse City. Cursing about Curse City? Ah, fuck. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's Cursed City. It's not Curse City. It's not like everybody showed up. Bullshit. Fuck you, cunt. Fucking asshole. Yeah. It's cursed. Like, oh, it's a curse. You're going to die. I get it. Evan Belleau. It's 67 in my part of Florida. Still short pants weather. Dark Commission. Hi, Kris and Monkeys. Hi. Scott Radom. I got 2 boxes of Curse City. 1 to play right away. 1 to paint up. Super nice. Cool. You already got 2 boxes? How'd you already get 2 boxes? Aren't you like on the prairies? Or did you order from the European side of things? Grim. If it's above 35, I'm still in shorts too. Jeez. Good God. Heretic Scott, do you think you'll ever make those dice available to purchase from your site? I really dig them and would like to add some more to my collection. Yes, I do think I will add them to the site. I like having them as a perk for patrons, which makes them kind of special, unique. But I realize that, yeah, I know there's tons of people there who just, you know, want to buy the dice and stuff like that. But see, the thing is that a lot of these, a lot of shipping things out of Canada, fucking expensive. Like even these little dice, it cost me, even like, you know, for like even just sending 2 dice out. Yeah, it costs way more to ship the dice than it was to get the dice. The dice price was, you know, was, you know, reasonable. And yeah, Canadian shipping. If I was in the States, if I had an office in the States, again, there's more and more reason for me to consider, you know, finding a place in the States. You know, thing is though, is that then I gotta commute. I gotta go all the way over to like Niagara Falls, New York, or Buffalo, go to my office, do some work. Oh, and then I got to cross the border every day. It's just, and if it's at that point, then I might as well just move to the States, you know? I don't know. I guess it also would depend on how good their internet is. And I don't really see really great internet out of Niagara Falls, New York. It's kind of beat up. Niagara Falls, New York's kind of beat up. Buffalo's all right. Niagara Falls, though, kind of a tough-looking town. Really not a lot. And considering it's one of the 7 wonders of the world, you would think that there would be, you know, more resources put towards, you know, fixing it up and making it beautiful and getting those goddamn roads fixed. The roads in Niagara Falls, New York are fucking horrendous. Potholes that are just holes. They're goddamn sinkholes. They look like it looks like a goddamn war zone. Like the downtown area, it looks like a goddamn war zone. And yeah, it's, you know, and considering that it's a massive tourist attraction, whereas like on the Canadian side, yeah, a lot of money gets put into, you know, making everything really pretty and very showy, and you know what I mean? The rest of the city looks like shit, but the tourist attraction itself is very nice looking. It's a nice experience. But yeah, the rest of the city, it's like you can get stabbed somewhere on either side of this destination. So just a little warning for everybody who's thinking of coming to Niagara Falls. Don't venture outside the tourist areas. You might get stabbed. No, it's not that bad. James Kent, add dice to your site, sell out instantly, and let the lucky ones make a killing on eBay. Yeah, goddamn scalpers. Dark Commission. I have 2 Weigh the Brush dice. Good for Monopoly, but need 3 for Yahtzee. 3 for Yahtzee? I think you need 6 for Yahtzee. Or is it 5 dice? I thought Yahtzee's 5 or 6 dice. I haven't played Yahtzee in a while, but I mean, it's just rolling dice. I have a real nice cup holder. Well, dice holder. Buddy made. Tylor. You guys have seen, well, any of you long-time viewers have seen Tylor in videos. And so, oh, I even got dice in here. Ah, look at that. Look at that. I still even have dice. But he made me this really nice dice cup. It's leather. And it even has my dotem on here. It's a crane, if you can't tell. I don't know. I can't see my picture here. Yeah, you can see the crane right there. Anybody who's gotten packages from me, I usually slap this on the box, and yeah, I'll draw it by hand. But anyway, yeah. So I still got dice in here. I just like how it sounds. It just sounds really good. But yeah, I got all sorts of dice in here. What do I got in here? Whose dice is this? Is this Scary? Oh, it's Death Ray Design. I got a Death Ray Design. What else I got? I got a mini wargaming in here. I got Food Machine. 2014. Damn, that was a long time ago. Apparently I got a regular white die. Why do I got regular white die in here? Oh, it's a mini wargaming die. Where's my die? Oh, and then I got... Oh, where's that? Where are my squig dice? Squig. Oh, fuck's sakes. Where's the squig? No, that's not... Oh, it's Table War. Got some Table War in there. Anyway. Oh, my squig dice are probably in my dice bag. My big gaming dice bag. Because I got a whole bunch of dice. Who's this? Savage. Who's Savage? I wonder if that was the sculptor. I can't remember what his name is. Yeah, it was probably from him. But anyway, enough about my dice. Reminiscing about dice. Oh, I got my camera set up and it's like poking into my area here, my performance area. So it's, don't be surprised if I bump it and I curse really loud. Heretic Scott. Dice have dicey prices? Dice have dicey prices. It's dicey. Grim. Neat. Dark Commission. Knowing Mini Wargaming, you will probably get an invoice next week for those dice. No. No, I only have like 2 or 3. James Kent. Yeah, no nerds ever want to hear about dice. No, never. Nobody loses their shit over dice. D4s. D4s, you know, like realistically, you know, you can use those as self-defense. If you had like a good mittful, like 20 of them, somebody's chasing you, just throw them over your shoulder like caltrops. They all point upwards. Somebody runs, steps on them. Worse than Lego. Worse than stepping on Lego. In my experience, anyway. But yeah, D4s, definitely. Orgasmatronic. Hola. That's a fun name. Orgasmatronic. I was thinking of, was it Megatronic? That's it. Anyway. Nifty VT, working on my Chaos Knight. Cool. Did you send pics? Send pics. Grim, sharpen D4s. Yeah, sharpen them right up. Well, I had another streamer on Twitch I follow. She's really fun. It's good for laugh. Megapedia? Yeah. And she had gotten some dice from this other company. I can't remember what the hell the company's called. They had a big Kickstarter and really nice looking models, and they were doing like dice. And I guess apparently she got like these sets of dice that they're metal, and they look like the goddamn edges were really sharp on them. You know what I mean? And so I was like, geez, like you can use those as caltrops, right? Somebody's pursuing you, just get a good mittful of them, throw them over your shoulder, keep on running, let the guy step on him. Oh my god, and he's out of commish, right? I thought that was kind of fun. Yeah, the D4s. I mean, a D20 never hurt anybody. And in fact, I mean, you need a perfectly flat surface for a D20 to even stop rolling, right? Because if you have like, even like, game tables, right? The D20 will just keep on rolling. It'll bounce and roll and keep on going, D4, that barely bounces. That just basically, it's like, you remember in like Lord of the Rings when the ring falls and it just hits the floor and it just goes, that's what a D4 does. So if you shake it up, and it just lands and it's a point up, and it's always a point up. D4s for all the vulnerable war gamers out there, especially the ladies. When you're walking home at night, coming from a gaming session, D&D, whatever, and if you got a good mittful of D4s, you're okay. You're gonna be okay, because if you need to, hightail it, you just chuck those D4s over your shoulder, keep on going, and your pursuer like, oh, son of a, and oh, my foot, and then, of course, when they go to get treatment at the hospital because they got a bunch of piercing wounds into their foot from D4s, they'll know they're some sort of rapist or criminal type, because why would you step on a whole bunch of D4s, right? I was pursuing somebody, you know what I mean? Like, and they're going to be in trouble, and then, that's it. All these stupid scenarios, I imagine. Heroically defending myself with D4s. Heroically. Heretic Scott, episode 340. Reminiscing about my cubes. My cubes. Dark Commission. Apparently, Roman soldiers used D4s when they ran out of caltrops. When did the D4 become a die? Because like a six-sided die seems to be, been around for, centuries upon centuries. But when did the D4, the D8, the D10, the D20, the D100, when did those all become things, right? Because a D6, right, a six-sided die, that seems to be, centuries upon centuries upon centuries old, right? But when did the D4 come about? I would laugh if it actually came about during the Roman Empire. That would be hilarious if there was a four-sided die that people were playing with, 2,000 years ago. That'd be interesting. Somebody look that up. I'm not smart enough to look it up right now. James Kent, I'm not sure I'm not the only one who has dice jail for those that have failed me. Yeah, D20 never hurt anybody. Tell my dead dwarf barbarian, Rip Barilli. Okay, yes, well, okay. Making a shit roll, rolling a natural 1 or something like that. Yeah, okay, you're going to die, yes. But I'm talking about the actual stepping on a die. That's what I'm talking about. A D20 is just a ball, right? Essentially, it's just a ball. D100 is almost pointless. Well, it is pretty much pointless. I mean, how do you roll a D100? I mean, they're just so smooth. I mean, it's almost like a golf ball. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even think a golf ball, I think, has fewer pips. A golf ball, I'd imagine, is more like a D60 or something like that. Like, it's not enough facets on it, you know? But, anyway. Dark Commission, episode 340. May D4s be with you. D4s be with you. May D4s be with you. That's what you said. That's your line when you're running away and you got your handful of D4s and you're like, oh my God, he's gonna get me. I'm gonna get beat up. Throw the D4s over your shoulder. Keep hauling ass. And then you hear, ha! And then you stop, turn, and go, may the D4s be with you. And then you keep going. That's what you do. You don't even have to worry about that scenario because you already got it mapped out. You already know what's going to happen during that situation. So there you go. Some life advice for everybody to take away. Get your hands on some metal D4s. Carry them around. And if you get stopped by the cops, you're like, hey, they're just D4s, man. I'm a big D&D nerd. I'm a nerd. And they go, oh, right. Yeah, D4s. I hear you. They're pretty sharp. Oh, they got to roll better. It's just like casino. You tell them it's just like the casino. If you ever seen fresh casino dice, you can get. I've been cut when I used to deal. I used to work in a casino and dealt craps, and those fresh dice, they get whipped down the tables because some people would just whip them right down the table and boom, bang, and hit you. Yeah, the corners. Oh, they would cut you. Like they pierce your flesh easily. Fresh casino dice. Oh yeah, they'll cut your flesh. And so if you had fresh metal D4s. You get more accurate and fair rolling, and then somebody if you have to explain yourself, which I hate explaining myself. I hate being in situations where I got to explain myself. But you tell them, hey, it's like casino dice with the sharper edges. You get a cleaner roll and a more accurate rolling, and metal so that the edges stay sharper longer. And there you go. You got all your excuses right there to carry around a whole mitt full of D4s. Now, mind you, a whole mitt full of D4s. It's going to weigh pretty heavily, so you definitely have to have it in your bag of carrying when you're on your adventures through, Crackville and Bumtown, right? And yeah, you should be good to go. And of course, you can just use them like ninja stars and just throw them at people. Hell, if you get them really sharp and in a good shape, hell, they might pop a car tire. Now I think I might be handing out bad advice now. Sir Peanut Butter. Legion. The game of is like 4,500 years old and uses D4. Does it? Really? I'm not familiar with the game of Send me a link. I want to see 6,000-year-old D4s. Sir Peanut Butter. According to Wikipedia, the D4 was first and was in fact used by ancient Romans, although it predates them. Really? Oh, okay. Well, then, 4,500 years ago, it uses D4s. Really interesting. Had no idea. I'm learning something new today. Look at that, kids. I'm learning something new. James and Ken, I have a full D&D set of metal dice, and I am seriously tempted to see which hurts most. Well, don't do that. Don't be, punishing yourself with your dice. All right, we know what a D4 does. What does a D6 do? Oh, D8. D8 hurt too. D8, especially if you threw it point end first. Oh, that's like a bullet. Night Warden Gaming. D4s were created beginning about 5,000 BC out of bones and ivory. D6s came about 3,000 BC. Dark Commission. D4s are banned by airlines because of their potential terrorist threat. Really? Really? Or are you just having me on? You're pulling my leg now. You're pulling my leg. Pulling my leg. Because I've traveled with dice and D4s. On planes. At least yeah. I think you're pulling my leg. You're pulling my leg. My leg is dislocated now because people are pulling. Oh, jeez. Oh, you posted the link in Discord? Okay. Thank you, Legion. Thanks, Legion. Thanks, buddy. All right. We're going to jump over to the Instagram side of things, just to have a quick peek, see if anybody's been using the hashtag Way of the Brush. If you don't feel like writing me an email and you just want to just, share what you're working with, and, you don't feel like, making a big thing about it, you can just use the hashtag Way of the Brush in Instagram. And every show I've been, trying to keep up with, showcasing what people are doing on the Instagram side of things. So I'm going to have a peek. Orgasmatronic in Sonola cartel uses D-Force to destroy police wheels. Right. I mean, but are they D-Force proper? Because, like, when we say a D4, I'm talking about, like, do I have a D4 handy? No, I don't. No. I don't. Because my big bag of dice is in the other room. But anyway, it's got numbers on it. A D4 will have numbers. That's a D4, right? Otherwise, it's just a little triangle, right? And it's a caltrop. But caltrops aren't triangles either. Caltrops are basically tempered steel, cut at two ends, and then it has the blades, flanges, poking, so that no matter which way it falls, it always falls with a point up. That's a caltrop. But I mean, using a proper D4 to, jeez Louise. Oh, old man, oh, jeez, see, I keep hitting this damn thing. Old man Logan. Oh, it's gone. Old man Logan, subscribe with tier 1. Thank you, old man Logan. Old man Logan. Anyway, yeah, so, like, are they using proper D4s? Because, I mean, like, I'm making the joke of the D4 thing, but I realize that there are actual devices out there for, screwing with people. And I know them as caltrops. But, right, so, yeah, but anyway. Dark Mission. When Bob Bullard found the Titanic, it had a big D4 stuck in the side. Okay. James Kent. Has anyone checked to see if there are huge numbers printed on pyramids? Oh. Orgasmatronic. LOL. I'm joking. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen that article. It could have been, I always leave for the possibility of it being true. I don't think. See, here's a little insight into the way Kris thinks. Okay, I don't think things are 100% impossible, and I don't think things are 100% impossible. Possible and impossible, right? It's varying degrees, like 99.99999, you know what I mean? But it's not all the way 100%, because I always leave a little bit of room for new information, credible information, of course, to influence my opinions on things, right? It's what happens when you develop a evidence-based logic way of thinking, right? Where evidence can influence your thought with the way you view something, right? You thought it was true, but there's always that window where new evidence can come in and change the way you think about that. And that new evidence, if it's verified, then that means that what was previously known was not entirely accurate, was not the whole picture. Right? Science works on this kind of principle. That's often the way my brain works. So, I mean, you were making the joke, but there's a window of possibility, even if it's a sliver that it is true. I hang on to that little sliver, that possibility, maybe. Sure, it's highly unlikely, but you never know. I would want to verify it, of course, but Scott Radom. I hate the D4s that have the number roll display on the top of the die near the point instead of at the base of the D4. Those top reading D4s are for fucking psychos. I completely agree, Scott. I completely agree. Yes, but I've never looked at those die and went, "You read that just fine." Oh, you fucking psycho! I've never, I've never had that kind of thought in my head, but I have. I don't like D4s. That yeah, the at the top is the thing because yeah, it makes more sense that it's on the facet that is touching the table, right? It's right there. Bang! Look at the base of the die. Boom! That's what's rolled, right? Yeah, I get it. But as far as being for fucking psychos, I don't know. Quirk, he had those lengthwise dice that were, what were they? D4s? I think they were D4s. And they were like long D4s. And yeah, I was like, what is this fucking die? And it's a D4. I'm like, oh my lord. It was just, he was like rolling like long beads. But, you know, whatever. And that's kind of what made me think of the fucking Psychos thing, because it's like, how are you supposed to read that? Like, you know, how can you tell, like, which way it's, like, it's annoying. It's all annoying. Fucking nerds annoy me. Orgasmatronic. Pyramids are caltrops for aliens. That could be it. Well, the thing is like, you know, somebody had made the joke of, you know, the pyramids. Did they have numbers on them? They could have. As crazy as that statement sounds, they could have. Because we know that the way the pyramids are, they were smooth. There was other blocks of, I can't remember what the hell stone it was, because it had a gold cap at the top of the pyramid and it had gold. And then the rest of the pyramid was smooth. They capped off the surface with these smoother stones. And they could have very well have had numbers on the sides. They could have been like looking like big giant D4s. They could have. There is that possibility. Because the thing is though, is you make a crazy ass statement like that, but there is no evidence disproving it. There's no evidence proving it, but there's no evidence disproving it. So it is within the realm of possibility. As low as it is, there's still that possibility that, yeah, you know what? Because what if they do find that there's evidence of, you know, what if they find some ancient scroll that, you know, some artist rendition of what the pyramids look like, and they got big numbers on, they wouldn't be Roman orthographic numbers, they'd be, you know, the Egyptian numbers, whatever their Egyptian number system was. But they could have those on the thing. And yeah. And what if they just took a bunch of D4s, shook them up, and they said, "Oh, here's our city plan. This is how we're going to do the City of the Dead." And the way the random dice landed, and it was like, yeah, and then we'll just give it a little turn, make them all even, and, you know, facing at right angles to each other, and yeah, there we go, we got it. That's the layout, you know. What if it was that simple? I'm imagining giant D4s now in Gaza. Fuck. Oh well. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna go over to Instagram. That's right. We didn't do the Instagram thing. I don't have an Instagram song, so let's go. Instagram. There we go. That's it. Where the hell am I? Yeah, some of these ones here, like this one here, that's other people using the tag. I still really love this model. Anyway. Here we go. Okay. First one. Porpula posted this 3 days ago. A new hero emerges. He will be taking the lead of the Warcry team's worth of Nurgle demons. Cool. I like him. I could work on the flesh. Yeah, I mean, like it's a solid paint job. It's a solid paint job. It's clean. It's, you know, the areas that are, you know, painted, don't have paint running off into other areas. Even today, like I still have that issue where I'll end up nicking an area and it's like, that's great. I'm not going to bother, touching it up or anything like that. Because, most of the time, I honestly not that concerned about it. So, especially if it's for tabletop, what do I care? And I usually don't paint display or competition type pieces. So, again, I don't care. I paint for me. That's really what it is. I paint for me. I mean, mind you, though, when I'm showing it on videos and tutorials, I'll, try and make it look presentable, but meh. I like the little streaks he got on the blade as well on his shoulder. I like how you did that. It looks good. I like the way you did the green. The flesh looks good. Everything's clean. Yeah. Yeah. I think, a lot of your highlighting and stuff like that, I mean, you're eventually going to get there, but like, you're already pretty darn accurate with your painting, with your application of paint. It's just like, I'm seeing like the streaks of metal. Those could be a little tighter, a little finer, little fine highlights like on the tops of the flesh and the edges of the armor and stuff like that, but you'll get there. All within its own time. Don't be in a rush. But really good job. I like that. Porpula. Ooh, who's this? Geo painted. I don't just paint Nurgle. Here's my attempt at a Gene Stealer Patriarch. Very, very cool. He's like he's making that expression like he's on Final Jeopardy. I like the transition you got going on in his brain. It's really good work. I think the flesh probably could have come up a little bit more, like on his hands and like the little light purpley areas. A finer highlight, I think, especially in contrast to how dark that blue is. But solid painting. I think his tongue could also have been a different color. I don't know what. Probably more of just a brighter pink, maybe. Even maybe more of a purple. Maybe even darker than his flesh. Like a dark purple. What does he hold in his hand? The other hand. Is that like a helmet? Yeah, I think it's like a helmet, eh? Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have painted his tongue the same or similar color as the helmet in his hand. But yeah. No, it's really good though. I like it. It's clean. Got varying tones. I think, yeah, the flesh, just like on like the knuckles and digits. And again, when you're doing your edge highlighting, you don't have to push the entire edge as you get brighter and brighter with the color. You can also, work the gradients smaller and smaller up a surface. Like that final gray highlight you have on the claws. And it doesn't need to run quite as far, especially if you're looking to create a gradient where, the light is really playing along that surface, right? But really good effort, though, on that transition in the brain. That's really good. Seach and Destroy. There he is. Oh, I've already given this a like somehow. I must have saw it at one point. Oh, it's 5 days ago. My tyrant for my Meat Fist Ogre Maw Tribe. That sounds naughty. Oh, his hand is covered in blood. I just realized that. Nice work on the face. I like he painted his eyeballs. Really good work. Yeah. I like a little bit of schmutz gathering at the end of his cloak. I like that. It's a nice touch. Paint is where it should be. Or where you imagine it would be. Straightforward. I dig it. I like the little splash of color there with that little jar on his belt. Just something to, you know, help the eye move around. You've got a really nice metallic going on in his shin plates and his belly. But on his helmet and his shoulders, it looks a little chalky. I'm just kind of curious as to what changed in your application there. But really good work, though. Yeah. I like it, man. Good job, Aaron. I think the blood on his hand as well. I think varying the values there, going for like some areas of like darker blood, like dried blood. So it looks like, you know, you have like, you know, obviously like he didn't just do it now, because if it was fresh blood, then there would be blood elsewhere, right? Whereas this looks, I guess it's supposed to be more like he dipped his hand in blood, as opposed to like, you know, smacking somebody up kind of thing. But I think, yeah, if it had more of dried blood at the outer edges, right? So closer towards the elbow, there'd be more dried blood, you know. But anyway, just an idea. Oh, look at this. Paint Minis 1990. Here is one of Elrond's sons. I finished a few weeks ago. Eladan and Elror. Still need to finish second brother, but this was my first attempt at non-metallic metal on the blade. Really happy with how it turned out. Hope you like it. And thanks to Scott, aka Miniac, for his video on non-metallic metal. Really helped. Cool. Yeah, it's really good work. Yeah, I like the way the sword is done. It has the slight blues and the slight green casts in it. Nice work on the scroll work on the bottom of the cloak. It's good highlighting on his tunic. It's good highlighting all around. Mm-hmm. It's really nice work on the filigree on his cloak, though. It's really good. Oh, I was kind of hoping I'd see that filigree on the other side as well. Because now it. How come it wasn't done on this side? How come? How come? Yeah. No, that's really good stuff. Oh, right. We gotta give it a like. There we go. Very, very good. Thank you, Paint Mini. Corvonics. Oh, we already looked at this one. Yeah, we already looked. Are we caught up? I think we're caught up. Yeah, we only had 4 this week there. Yeah. Yeah. Does anybody tell me what that says right there? What does that say? Does anybody know? Come on. Somebody. One of you must know what that says. Tell me. Tell me. Anyway. So, like I said, if you don't feel like writing me an email, but you want to share what you're working on, and you post to Instagram, use Way the Brush. Hashtag Way the Brush. And I will give it a looky-loo. A looky-loo. It's a loo of looking. Where the hell am I in these comments? I don't know. Dark Commission. The guy who chiseled the numbers on the top of the pyramids was publicly disemboweled. Jesus. James Kent. I'm calling myself a theoretical historian now. A theoretical historian? Making wild claims about stuff historically that there's no evidence to prove or disprove. Yeah, there's lots of that going on. Might be white noise at this point. Scott, like the Nurgle dude, nice one. Yeah, the Nurgle one was really good. Yeah, I did really enjoy that. Not that I didn't enjoy the other ones, but I'm just saying. But yeah, the Nurgle dude, yeah, it was really a solid painting. I mean, again, he's just all really like, here, you know what, Porpula? Let's go back to Porpula's picture here. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, with this, I mean, like, he's at the cusp of going to, you know, the next level, as it were. Because, like, judging by this, I mean, solid brush control, right? Placement of highlights. You know, all it is just working those finer gradients of color, you know, really fine highlights, right? Yeah. It's really just a refining of highlights. Brush control. It's really it. And, of course, pushing that contrast. I mean, on the flesh, it's really good, the level of contrast, because it gets really, really dark in some of the recesses. And it's coming up to a brightness, you know, in a lot of points. The armor, I'm sure, is probably where they're happy with it. It's the metal on the shoulder spike and that hammer in his hand. The weathering feels a little bit heavy-handed. And his horns, the gradients in the horns could be a little finer, either building towards a color. You see it a lot, though, like building towards a color towards either the tip or to the base of the horn. But, you know, I mean, that's artist preference, really. I mean, yeah. But yeah, awesome stuff. Thank you for sharing that with us. And yeah. Where were we in the comments? I don't know. Lord Clint. Nurgle, clean. Isn't that an oxymoron? An oxymoron? Yeah, pretty much. Orgasmatronic. Maybe red. Might be red. Red? Were you making that comment maybe towards the gene sealer? When we're talking about tongue color? Red tongue? Yeah. That's why I was thinking more along the lines of like a pink, but I think, you know, if you're pushing it more towards something that's kind of distinct but still feels like the gene sealer's flesh, then I would suggest something more along the lines of like a reddish purple or, you know, things like that. You know, yeah. Scott Radham, hot start this week. Nice Stealer and Ogre. It's like a Way the Brush Greatest Hits album this week, mini-wise. Yes, and I did get your email, Scott, and that'll be the first one on the docket today. In fact, maybe we'll get to emails pretty early, because actually quite a few of you sent me emails. So I do want to get to those in an orderly fashion. Yeah. Dark Mission, some nice minis there. Yes. Heretic Scott, that's strange. I added hashtag Way of the Brush, but it didn't show up. Luca Altair just subscribed. Thank you, Luca. I don't know why I feel it necessary to do this, but it's fun. If somebody does like a super chat, then I'll have to do it like this, and then, you know. Oh shit. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we just better not. Might end up on some sort of watch list. Or do not watch list. Yeah, you added hashtag Way of the Brush, but it didn't show up. Yeah, interesting. Did you just do it? Because I've had this page up for a bit. Let me see. Refresh. My internet's going to crap right up. Oh, yeah, you did. You must have. Yeah, because I seen it went up. Okay. Well, since Scott took the time to use the hashtag. I don't know why, Scott, you're not, or Heretic. Yeah, I don't know why you're not always using the tag. Oh, we got the armor on now. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, this immediately already gets a thumbs up from me. Oh, you just posted this like 15 minutes ago. Okay. So we got the armor on now. I do really enjoy the eyeballs on the goat head and his helmet. His armor on his power fist hand, is that going to get colored in the green? Or is that going to get left like the thigh pad armor, where it's just like metal plate? I like the base too. Yeah, that's really cool. We've seen quite a few pictures from Scott, Heretic Scott, on As He Goes. Of course, Heretic Scott has also been streaming. Big Boy is based, and the demon cheeks are no more. Still need to add his sword and make some adjustments to the base, but the end is near. It is near, is it? Yeah. So, yeah, Heretic Scott does streaming on Twitch. Check him out. Heretic Scott. Spelt the same way, I think. And you'll notice by his little logo. I assume that's the Scottish flag with the Eye of Horus. Is that what it is? But yeah. Ooh, that little eyeball on the base? Ooh, that's freaky. I like freaky. I like getting a little bit freaky with the models. Aw, you glued his tail in. Aw. Now he's got this great big sausage between his cheeks. That almost sounds like a pickup line. But really, really cool. Really nice work on that flesh, though. I really like the tones you got going on, where you got these flesh tones with the little hints of purple in there. I really, really like that. It's kind of what I was going for with Sigvald, because I didn't want to do him in a, like a typical type of flesh tones. I wanted something a little bit different to show that he's different, right? And yeah. But yeah, thank you, Scott, Heretic Scott, for sharing that. He's coming along really, really great. Yeah. I would be cautious about throwing too many colors at the model. All right. Try and keep your primary colors, the dominant colors you see on the model, which, of course, is that real teal tone, along with the warm tones. It's really kind of, think of it really just in those terms. Let's go back. We'll go back to the picture here. Largely, it is that teal green blue, that green blue. It is the dominant color that jumps out at you, because the warm tones of the flesh, the base, all these other details, they take on more of a neutral, especially if they stay closer towards, a deeper brown, rather than pushing towards like a red brown or a yellow brown, right? Grays obviously keep the model feeling very neutral, but you have this really nice play of cooler tones with the warmer tones, right? The teal and the brown. Now, the brown doesn't feel, out of place, even though you have that slight purple cast in shadows and such, which, knocks a bit of that warmth out of the flesh, but that's fine, because the flesh still mostly feels like very bright, right? And the trim, and then, of course, you got the rustiness on the armor, which adds to all that warmth, and, yeah. So whenever you're looking at the model and you're satisfied with what you've done, but something just doesn't feel quite right, that is what is at play. Is you're determining, that you're trying to balance the cool tones and the warm tones to a point where you're happy with it, right? To where it's pleasing to the eye. Because if you go really cool with a lot of tones, well, then it gives the model that kind of feeling, right? Very, very warm. But the way you're playing with the two dominant colors like that, typically you do want to find a balance, but you can also use those tones to draw attention to things, right? Which is why, the eye works really well being a bright green like that, because the green is just a nudge from the teal, because the teal is a blue-green. And so those green elements don't feel out of place on the model. but I wouldn't use them, all over the place. A few select areas to really kind of help to draw the eye, right? That's the whole point of throwing those extra little small bits of color in like that. And same with like your use of the red. Like I like that the red is not overly saturated and it still feels close to almost a reddish brown, right? Which is good. On that base, I was going to suggest going a bit brighter or more deliberate with the teal tones, but I think that would distract, and I think really the base should be more of an echo of the model, right? If he's more of a one-off. I mean, I'm assuming you're probably going to play with this, but yeah. So where you're going with the base, I'm just going to say, just keep going. Just keep going. Because it is work in progress, right? And yeah. But really good stuff, Heretic Scott. And yeah, anybody who enjoys the Twitch streaming, Heretic Scott streams. So check him out. Give him a follow. Check him out. And, all the other things associated with streaming. Fuck that. I didn't really know where to go from there. Oh, shit. Orgasm trying to gather Jinx. Oh, yeah, the Jinx. Okay. Ben Ellis finally made an episode. Sweet. Jeffers, Wade the Brush musical. Keep up with the singing. Ben Ellis, love that face. Yeah, the face, it just, yeah, grim, fancy prince, yeah. Yeah, I like the face. He initially had it like where it was just holes, like it was just like a blank mask, and it had that teal mask in it. Or is it a teal mask? I was just looking at it. Yeah, and then you got the green in it, and that intense green separates from that teal of the armor, but it doesn't feel out of place with that really bright green glow. Initially, I had suggested using more of an orange red for that, but Heretic Scott's running with his vision, and that's good. That's, absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, I strongly, wholeheartedly support when somebody, doesn't agree with what I'm suggesting and says, no, I think I'll go with this. No, by all means, do that. Yeah. That means that you have vision in mind. You have a vision. That's good. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Heretic Scott, Talon is going to remain a dirty brown metallic to fit the theme of the rest of the army. Okay. Legion, I really like the blue and the Demon Prince. Very striking, yes. Reese Taylor, hey Chris, how are you? I'm not too bad. Have you seen the new Skyrim dragon miniature yet from Elder Scrolls game? No, I have not. Can we get a link? Somebody send me a link. Post it in the Discord. Teldinator. Yes, I made it for once. Hi, Chris. Hi, monkeys. Hi, Teldinator. I haven't read that name in a while. Teldinator. Heretic Scott. I kind of had the same approach with the Demon Prince. I hadn't seen many princes with what I like to call tainted flesh. As for the armor look, I'm going similar to the Chaos Marine test model. Bluish chestplate and pauldrons, and the rest of the armor is a charcoalish brown with metallic highlights. Still trying to get the right tone with it. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I hear you. Aaron Seach. Aaron. I'm just going to say Aaron from now on. People are going to stop using their real names. This guy's being an asshole. Anyway, Aaron Siege. Howdy, Chris and monkeys. Happy Saturday. Fashionably late entrance. Are you fashionable? Aaron? Are you? Because, whenever you post pictures of yourself, it doesn't seem like we're cutting edge of fashion. It's more or less just a guy in his basement. Reese joined the party over in Discord. Nice. Thank you, Reese, for joining us on the Discord-y things. I usually post a little welcome in the entrance, so don't worry. I'll send you your welcome. Not right now, because I'm busy. I'm busy, man. Busy man. Or woman. I don't even know. Tiro Silvast. Thanks for the feedback. Much appreciated. Porpula guy. Oh, you're the Porpula guy with the nerdly bum in Instagram. Nerdly bum. It's nerdly. It's a bum in nerdliness. Scott, At Heretic Scott. Scott at Heretic Scott. Whoa, just blew my mind. Fire Drake 18. Hello, peeps. What's the topic? Paint? Monkeys? Monkeys with paint? Monkeys with paint. That's a scary topic right there. Topic? We're just talking, our usual. I just finished looking over everybody's Instagram. Aaron, I just had to look at your ogre. And so you might want to go back or rewatch this or whatever. But yeah, I had to look at your Instagram posts. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. And I threw out some ideas. I don't know if you can implement them or not. Whatever. You're a model. You do whatever the hell you like. But yeah, Fire Drake, we're just we're just chilling. It's Saturday. It's a nice day. Sun is shining. We're going to try and keep the show at 120 minutes today rather than the usual, 150 minutes, I suppose. But, yeah. Greenleaf Terrain. What even is this? This is just me hanging out, talking to you guys. We're talking some painting. Maybe some gaming. Maybe some life in general. I don't even know what the hell we've talked about so far. We're an hour into this thing, and I don't even know what we've been talking about. I just say things. It's just like verbal diarrhea, and I just say things. And it's like spaghetti at the walls. I just throw spaghetti at the walls, see what sticks. If it doesn't. If it does, fantastic. Aaron, Aaron, Kris, the metallics on the Tyrant are all scale 75 metallics. I was playing with Typhus Corrosion, and I think the final dry brush gave... okay, that's what that was, right? You put Typhus Corrosion, and Typhus Corrosion has those little bits in it. Got you. I hear you now. Okay, well, that makes complete sense. Yeah. I wouldn't throw the Typhus Corrosion on, before doing that highlight. I would have did that highlight and then carefully put Typhus Corrosion in places. Been a little more deliberate, but, yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me now. Yeah. Because I was wondering where that chalking. I mean, it's not a difficult fix. You just come in with that base color thinned out a little bit, and just put it where your shadows should be, so you can just pretty much follow, where you want to put it. Does that make sense? That almost sounded dirty. That almost sounded dirty. Reese Taylor just shared the link for the dragon in the Discord. Did you? Awesome. Let me see. Where? Oh, he put it right there. Fuck. I seen somebody posted pictures of Poochies, and then I completely missed that. The Elder Scroll drag. Ooh, yeah. He's got like the Smaug type look. 100 British pounds. Whew, man. But this. Okay. Well, here. Let's have a look. Let's share. Let us share in the experience. So here's the link for this dragon. Solid details. I like the scales. Ooh, I like the patterns on the wings. Very effective. It's like pointillism, right? Which is kind of like stippling, but it's pointillism is just a form of basically laying bare color down, but when you lay it next to other colors, it takes on a blend. There's many examples of it in art. There was actually some famous artists that worked in pointillism. But anyway, yeah, that's really cool. Let's see here. What's that? Ooh, Dragon Gunner. Okay, so he's not really that big then. Well, I mean, he's big, but he's not like... Because I know like the Smaug model is like really huge. He looks really big, but he's not like a Gigantor. I like it. It's really cool. And so you ordered one? Is that why we're discussing this? You ordered one? Yeah. It's very cool. I like it. I like the way the scales are done on his back. I like that. He's got a mix of things going on. Like the way the scales run on the arm, that almost looks like a Tyrannid. I realize it's not, but it has that kind of vibe. It's just interesting. Very cool. Thank you for sharing that. I had no idea that even existed, and Yeah. Am I going to run out and get one? Probably not. Nothing on its size, though. I was looking at its description here, and I didn't see anything on how big it was. No. But, I mean, there was a shot next to it to another model, and the other model, I assume, is like a 32 mil model. So, I'd imagine he's about yay big. Yeah, I'd imagine he's about yay big. But, yeah. Very, very cool. Awesome stuff. I gotta find my comments again. Where the hell are they? Yeah, okay. Heretic Scott, biggest problem I've had is currently use Charadon Granite, which is discontinued foundation paint. I am currently experimenting with finding a neutral, cool brown that I can highlight easily. Probably mix it in the pot and keep it as a batch so that the color is consistent. Yeah, that's about the best plan, really. Is if you can't find it, then color match, make a pot of it, so that you always have a pot, especially if you're planning to do like a whole army of it. Yeah. It's a good plan. It's a good plan. For me, there's very rarely have I ever mixed an entire pot, because I've only ever really used like stock colors. Like, for example, like my Samhan army, it's Mephiston red. Well, it's the deepest red, which, what was the old version of the deepest red? Maybe I just always started off with, because it was Evil Sun Scarlet, but what was it? Or not Evil Sun. Yeah, Evil Sun Scarlet. But what was Evil Sun Scarlet before it was Evil Sun Scarlet? Oh, let's go to the paint compatibility. There we go. It's one of my favorite places to go. It's just whenever I'm kind of like, what color was what? And if you're not familiar with the paint compatibility, it's from Daka Daka. Go over to Daka Daka and then just type in Paint Rage compatibility chart. What the hell? Yeah, so Mechrite Red was the... What was the old Mephiston Red? Mechrite Red? I don't remember ever using Mechrite Red, though. Evil Sun Scar... Blood Red. That's it. Blood Red. Blood Red. Blood Red. Yeah. That was pretty much where I was started with my Samhan. Doing the red of Samhan. And then, of course, you shade it. And then, yeah. There's never been a color like Wazdaka Red. Racing Red from Instar? I don't even know. What paint line is Instar? What paint line is Instar? I've never even heard of Instar. And this paint company called Hex Code. What's the paint company called Hex? I'm making a joke there. Everybody's like, there, you fucking dummy. Aaron, dude, my boss calls me Aaron all the time. I don't think I've ever heard her say it the other way. It is more common than you think. Getting called Aaron? Yeah, I'd imagine. Yeah. Aaron. I mean, like, obviously there was that Key and Peele skit, right? That, obviously made fun of that, but yeah. James Kent, those scales give him a real sense of age. Yeah, I like the scales on that dragon. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen really like that a dragon done with the scales quite like that. It was almost like a Tyranid, but not, because I mean, like, what really was the inspiration for how they did those scales on the Tyranids, right? Because somebody had to have been inspired by that to incorporate that into the current designs, right? And so somebody else was like, oh yeah, and then somebody else was inspired by possibly that same source and then incorporated it onto a dragon, right? So you never know where you find your inspirations. Reese Taylor, yeah, I purchased one, looking forward to painting him up. He is supposed to be 32 scale. Yeah, 32 mil scale. Yeah, he looks big in the picture initially, but then when you see him next to the other model, he looks like he's only about like yay big. Like his footprint's about yay big kind of thing. I always run into that thing of, oh, look at this model, and you see it and it's like, oh, this thing's got to be gigantic, and then you get it and it's like, oh fuck, it's really small. Oh, it's not big at all. Oh. I just always get disappointed because like for example, like the Satan for Necrons, the new guy, right? I say he looks huge, and I put them all together, and I say, oh, he's not even that big. I was thinking, like this gigantic godlike monster thing, and it was like, oh, he's just small. Oh, he's not big at all. I'm a little disappointed. Fire Drake 18. Sunburst Yellow. Sunburst Yellow. What about Sunburst Yellow? Sunburst Yellow is Flash Gets Yellow. Sunburst Yellow. Flat Yellow from Vallejo. Brilliant Yellow from Instar. Who is Instar? Does anybody know this paint company called Instar? Instar Vintage. There's apparently Instar has been around forever. Rackham, it's Lawn Yellow. Reaper, it's Sun Yellow. Coat d'Arms, it's Sun Yellow. Army Painter, Demonic Yellow. Yeah. If you've never been to the compatibility chart on DACA, this is super, super handy. This is one of the reasons why I come to DACA all the time. Still, I mean, yeah. Because, yeah, the chart's super handy. Super handy. It's not entirely comprehensive because it's, people filling in the blanks here and there, but it's super handy. It's handy. Is it the end-all be-all of charts? No. But it's super handy. Orgasmatronic. Mephiston Red. Mephiston Red? Mephiston Red is Mechanite Red. Heavy Red. Oh, we're just going to play the chart game here. Red from Vallejo Model Color. Crimson Red from Instar. Okay, Instar. People. Somebody. Instar Paints. I have no idea what these are. Clotted Red from Reaper Master. Vampire Red, Army Painter. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, it was Bloody Red back in the day. That's what the red used to be called. Bloody Red. Bloody. Because it's made of blood. Blood. Reese Taylor. P3 do a paint close to charred granite called Crixbane. Yeah. Okay, hold on. So here, let's use the compatibility chart. Because, what is it? Fuck, I can't remember the name of the damn color now. Old Citadel. Let me head over to the grays. Oh, is it something granite? I don't see it. Hold on. No, that's metallics. Sorry, I'm still... Oh, there it is. Okay, so Caradon Granite, okay, in Old Citadel. They're saying that Storm Vermin Fur is the same color as, or is a close approximate or equivalent to Caradon Granite. So Heretic Scott, Storm Vermin Fur should be close to the color that you're looking for. I mean, I would do a test. But they're saying that it was heavy charcoal, German gray. And I think that's Vallejo Model Color. Hold on, I gotta go all the way back up. Yeah, Model Color, it's fuck, now I gotta find it again. Yeah, so in Game Color, it's heavy charcoal in Vallejo Game Color. And in Vallejo Model, it's German gray. Who calls it Bastion Gray? What paint line is that? Oh, Privateer Press. Privateer Press says it's Bastion Gray. Bastion Gray. Interesting. Well, where's Crixbane then? I don't even see Crixbane. For fuck's sakes. But anyway, yeah, Storm Vermin Fur. Yeah, that makes sense because I have Storm Vermin Fur, and it is a dark gray brownie color. It has a slight brown cast to it, which is kind of interesting. But yeah. Where the hell am I? Yeah, I don't even know. Heretic Scott. I've also been looking at getting into enamel washes and streaking grime from MIG. Have you done any tutorials on weathering with enamel-based paints? I'm sure I have. Doing like oil washes and stuff like that. But I mean, like as far as using their streaking products and stuff like that, I don't know if I've ever shown it on camera. Because I have like, which one is it? I have a few of their products here. What do I got here? I got AK's Warren Effects, which is essentially just like, I think this is just a spirit. It has like almost no smell. I think that was the first time I opened it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah. Yeah, this one here. Oh, shit. I keep bumping that. Yeah, the washable agent from AK. Now, these are AK. We were talking about MiG, right? Yeah. But yeah. Sounds thick and sludgy. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever shown any of these things on camera. I often don't use them because I often will use, more traditional scale modeling type of things versus, using a product that, is brand new or whatever, right? Because oftentimes with these products, they're just, rehashes of using spirits, alcohol. Well, that's pretty much it. Spirits and alcohol. It's pretty much the only things outside of, I guess acetone products, but not really. I mean, who's using acetone products? But anyway. Fire Jerk 18. I heard yellow. Was it red? Yeah, it was red. It may be the same company doing it out of print GW paints. I'm not familiar with the name. Oh yeah, the paint company. What is it called? Instar. And Instar Vintage. I've never heard of this, and it's been a while since I checked this table out because I usually don't, come here too often. But I do keep it bookmarked so that oh right, what is that color or what's the approximate, So Instar, yeah, and Instar Vintage. I've never heard of the paint line, and I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch of people next week coming out with videos how they've been using Instar for years. It's usually the way it goes. Heretic Scott Foundation Caradon Granite. I have Storm Vermin Fur, but it's a good 4 or 5 shades lighter. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, like, you could always use that as a starting point, right? If it's a little bit light, you can always just simply add a little bit of black to it, take it down to that level of where, you want, and then, bottle that and, use that for all your projects, But yeah, if you go to that chart, super handy. I don't know if you have it bookmarked, but if you don't have it bookmarked, you should go bookmark it right now. Everybody go book. It's that. Everybody stop watching. Go bookmark that. Go to Daka, find the paint compatibility chart, and bookmark it. Because it's worth it. It's worth bookmarking. You're not going to check it every day. But unless you're crazy. I don't know. Greenleaf Terrain. Did you see the trailer for Primaris Lieutenant, the movie? I did. I did see it. Is that it? Did I see it? Yeah, I did. I saw it. Am I excited for it? No. Will I watch it? Yeah, probably. I know it's not real, but yeah. James and Kent, Instar Vintage sounds like overpriced basketball shoes. Yeah. Converse? Yeah. Okay, well, nobody seems to be handing me any info, so I'm going to fucking look it up myself. God damn it, I have to do everything myself. Instar Paint. Go. Okay. Oh, this looks like looks relatively new. Why would they say it was from vintage? Oh, Acid Drop. Acid Drop apparently was doing it. Okay. The bottles are kind of interesting looking. Syringes. Jesus, we got syringes with this shit? What? What? The bottles, yeah, they're like dropper style bottles here. Clearance sale. Paint and vintage lines only. Paint and vintage? What? I don't know. I've never heard of this paint. I've never heard of this. And like I said, after today, watch. There's going to be a bunch of channels talking about Instar paints and how they've been using it for years. I've never heard of this. I've never heard anybody talking about this stuff. Not that I'm really with it, but yeah. I don't know. But yeah, you just type in Instar Paint, and the first link brings you to them. I don't know. I'll have to check this out at some other point. I don't even know where this stuff is made. Where's this made? That's a UK, looks like. Made in the UK. Piss off. Oh, they even have an Instagram. Let's have a look at the Instagram. Okay. Okay. Just showing what you can do with the paint. Some busts, pictures of bottles. Oh, they sell soap. Okay. It's paint. I mean, like, you know, I don't really get too fired up over paint lines and stuff like that, but, you know, it looks okay. I mean, it goes on like paint. Like, what more do you want? It sits on top of the model. You know what I mean? Like, okay. It's paint, man. It's just fucking paint. It's just paint. Oh, excuse me. James Kent, Instar Vintage sounds like... Oh, I already read that. Where's Coma when we need him? He has every paint. Yeah, I know. Coma collects paint. He collects miniatures and paint. And I know there's many out there who, you know, feel that it necessary to collect a whole bunch of paints. And I'm not sure why. Bunch of models? Sure. Right? Having, you know, a wall full of paint that you're only ever going to use like 1% of, like, it just does not seem like a smart investment, because by the time you ever get to trying out that paint line and really start to master it, like that's the whole point of, like, you know, kind of going with paints, getting the medium and then mastering it, right? And I don't know. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, it's maybe some of you guys out there, because I know there's I'm sure there's many of you watching right now who do collect paint. I mean, fill me in. Like, what is the draw there? I mean, I only have a whole bunch of paints because sometimes it gets sent to me. Sometimes, you know, people ask me a bunch of questions about it, so then I acquire some, start liking it, and then I start using it. You know what I mean? Like, there's many different reasons why I have so many different paints, but I don't have all the paints. Hell, I mean, like this Instar. I never even heard of it. I had no idea it existed. None. Flat out, no idea. Never saw it before. Went to the website for the first time there just a second ago, and, you know, I mean, like, it looks all right. It looks a bit like the War Colors bottles, but they have yellow caps. I don't know. And with the War Colors, I mean, they're all right. They seemed a little heavy, though, for dropper style bottles. They seemed really kind of thick to be in dropper bottles. But maybe that was the paint I had. I don't know. But it didn't really win me over. Fire Dragon Chris, look up if they still make British Knights and Zima. I'm not looking up any of that shit. Alrighty, let's jump over to the email side of things. If you're wearing headphones, turn them up or down, because here it comes. Let's go with let's go with this one. Email time. Email time. I suppose you should get the screen ready, right? This one is from our good buddy Scott Radum. It's a Moonstone dude. Painted up this mini. It's from Moonstone. Kind of a neat range. Anyway, I dig most of it, but the bottle is killing me. I'm still gonna puss around with it, but man, it stinks. I do think the mini has a stellar look at my dick pose, so it has to be going for it. Has that going for it. Fire away any thoughts or crits, especially about the bottle. And so let's have a look. Yeah, he definitely has a look at my dick vibe to him. Let me switch screens here. There we go. Yes, he's definitely flashing his goods, apparently. He's still wearing a loincloth, though. Amongst his people, he is known as Tripod. And, yeah. It's fun. It looks like a tiny-ass model. Really nice work on the flesh. I like the variation in tone there. I like the mask. The feathers, I think some of that texture. I think you could have created a bit, like painted on the feathers, like especially at the tips, creating that impression of like those little, what is that called on feathers? You know, with the little splines, how they all kind of stick together. The little, little lines. Anyway, I think something like that, creating a bit of texture on those feathers, I think would be really cool. I think you could handle something like that. I think you appear to have a good control of your brush and creating detail. The bottle in his hand, I think it looks great. No, I think it looks great. I think the fluid, I think could have gone. No, I think the fluid's fine. The horizon, I mean, like that's really the big part about, getting the fluid in the jar kind of thing where, it's that horizon line, right? So as long as you match that horizon line, immediately the viewer sees it as, oh, there's fluid in that jar, right? And yeah, I really like your highlight in the top of the glass too. I also like how you brought the highlight forward in the fluid, closest to the viewer. So if you're viewing it from this angle, then it obviously makes the most sense viewing it, right? I actually kind of wish we had a kind of more of a front-on view, just so I could see like that horizon line. And you can see on this side of the jar, I can see the highlights and everything like that, and it looks kind of like oh, you know what would have been a fun one too, is creating like the impression like the bubbles, like he's shaking it around or something, But yeah, no, I think on the backside you did it a little bit more convincingly here, as opposed to here. Here it feels doesn't feel quite the same, but it's really good. And yeah, I mean, it's consistent with your painting. I mean, Scott's a really great painter. The highlights on his hand holding the staff, the jacket, it goes really bright towards his hand, but I don't see that same level on the other hand. Is that a lighting issue, or wasn't it rendered that far? Just a question. No, see this? Yeah. Oh, it must be the way you're holding your camera. You're casting a shadow, I think, on the model. That's what's going on. Okay, never mind. Yeah, they're both. I'm sure they're painted the same way. It's just the way you're taking the picture. Yeah, because I can see a dark band through the middle of the image. Yeah, it's the way you're taking the picture. Okay, no biggie. I was just curious, but yeah, awesome work, Scott. Thanks for sending that in. Yeah, that's a fun looking little model. I don't know if I'm gonna rush out and go pick one up. I don't even remember what the hell you said this was from. What was this from? Moonstone. Yeah. Yeah, the front of the fluid. I'm looking at the bigger image right now. The fluid, when viewing it from the front, yeah, it looks really good. Now, did you incorporate the shadow, the reflection in the jar from his coat? Let me see here. Let's go back to the image here. I'm looking at this in the big version here. Hold on. Let's go here. Let's zoom in. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now, did you, kind sir, did you incorporate the reflection of his jacket onto the jar? Is that why it gets darker close towards his hand? If that's the case, then yeah, that's really great. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think the feathers just bring a bit more texture to those feathers. And behind his head and everything. Yeah. I wouldn't bring it all the way to a white. I think it would stay within that light blue, but just to introduce a slight bit of that texture, you know, like the feathers have. That's it, really. Fun looking model. But yeah, really nice. Thanks, Scott, for sending that in. Awesome stuff. Next one. Let me just quickly see here if Scott made a comment. No. Sorry, I was reading the comments here. Aaron, Aaron, episode 340. Is that a beak or is he flashing his goods? Scott, we'll do on the feathers. Yeah, just, you know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't, you'd think, you know, stereotypically, right? Should know the anatomy of a feather, but yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know how, like, you see the feathers and they have that central spine and then you have the little lines? Yeah. I think you only need to create that impression of that. I don't think you need to, like, make abrupt lines on there. I think just create that impression, right? But yeah. Alex Legault. Jesus, first time hearing the email jingle with earphones in. I now understand the advisory. Yeah, man. Well, I'm trying to watch out for you guys sometimes because, you know, imagine all the monkeys who went deaf beforehand. All the monkeys who are no longer with us, you know, beforehand, who, you know, paid the ultimate price for their hearing. So that we could finally narrow down and say, oh, you know what? Maybe we should turn that down just a little bit. Evan Belleau. Awesome Ghost. I think it's been over 25 years since I played D&D. My eldest expressed interest. I'm still sitting on my old D&D books from when they first came out in the 70s and 80s. Oof. Eb, are you really old? Fire Drake gives a whole new meaning to show us your bits. Show us your bits. That's a good one, actually. Because don't they say that at Mardi Gras? All right, I'm just being an asshole now. Next email. This is from Sergeant Shamrock. Painted some things. Hi there, Chris. This email's pretty long too. Hi there, Chris man, Mr. Chris man. I hope you are having a good Saturday and have flung a sufficient amount of ape excrement in order to appease our monkey gods. Formal greetings over with. Do not forget to read this email in a weird voice. You do for me, please. As always gives me a laugh. Oh, sorry, I didn't do it in the Sergeant Shamrock. It concerns me a little bit. He's got a logo beside his name. It's a tank with 2 S's on it. It's concerning. It does kind of raise an eyebrow. Anyway, I have a few 3D printed commission pieces that I've recently finished up and I want to send it in for professional opinion. I really struggle on the Skaven Blood Bowl team. Like struggled the burnt me out quicker than the thoughts of a McDonald's on the 5th floor of a shopping center with no elevators. Ye diggity dog. Dog? I didn't understand that sentence at all. I'm reading it again. Like struggled the burnt me out quicker than the thoughts of a McDonald's on the 5th floor of a shopping center with no elevators. Ye diggity dog. I guess saying like a big fat kid, I guess? Is that what we're saying? Anyway, There was a lot of details on them, and I think the highlights on the blacks may be a bit wide, and I did, of course, batch paint them in one blob because I hate myself. I have some small scatter terrain, pond features, and lamps. Used Vallejo water texture. It's like a spread for the water effect. Yeah, it's like a spread. It is. It's a heavy gel medium, most likely. Vallejo water texture? Yeah. It's most likely just a heavy gel medium. Some flaming guy on a horse who's probably still living in his mom's basement and has set his spear and horse on fire to look cool. Joke's obvious. I did foobar him up. I based him black. Then Dark Reaper highlights, then details. Got excited. Started airbrushing flames. Think, ooh yeah. I've no idea what I'm doing, but I'm having fun. Then realized I hadn't painted the base. So that was a dry brush. Then I redid the flame effects. Got some crazy ass genie guy. I wanted to push the highlights a little further on the smoke trail, but I wasn't comfortable with the thoughts of how it would look. For the leather, I used the brown darker than Doombull brown, but the name escapes me. The Mornfang brown and the XV88 before washing it back with the Army Painter Strong Tone. Camera had no flash on lights on the light box, kinda drowned out the purple a bit, so it's not as stark as this. Whew, it's kind of hard to read all this in that voice. I have God-tier proxy warband painted up in War Machine Signarian colors with some dollar store cowbull men that essentially Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle rip. There's a selection of odds and ends. There's a small squattish sea cabin with souls coming up from the base. 4 necromancer-like beings. I tried to dirty up the coffins to look like they were dirt-stained and used the technical paint that brown from GW on some of the areas of the cloaks and coffins. Some weird-as hentai sea captain. I used a picture of an octopus that looked sick as fuck for inspiration for the tentacles, but I don't think I've done him justice. Blood Bowl team will have to be sent separately. Big dog, sorry. Have a good stream. May you never roll ones. Sergeant Shamrock. All right, I'm done with that fucking voice now. And so here's the purple genie. I like it. The big purpley smoke is kind of cool. Now, one thing I do caution. I gotta switch windows here. There we go. One thing I do caution is, of course, jumping in with a lot of colors. I think to tie in the purpley, misty smokiness of the genie, I think the shadows on his flesh, or even the entirety of him, all the shadows could have fell towards purple. So even darker purple, even like the darkest purple that you're using on the smoke or the wisps, whatever the fuck they are. You could have went with purples in there just to tie that all together. So you can have the browns transitioning into the purples. You could have those light blues transitioning into the purples, have the reds transitioning. You know what I mean? Like, and that way it could have felt like he's emerging from the kind of like how you have it on the belt and on that scabbard, how you have that purple aura around and stuff. Yeah, something like that, But that's just an idea. Oh, look at these things. I don't even know what the hell these things are. He said a bunch of things in there, but I was reading it in my voice. I really wasn't reading it. When I do the voices, the other part of my brain, my comprehension goes right out the window as I'm doing a bit. Oh, look at this guy. God damn it. How big is this piece? Is this a really big piece? This looks gigantic. Is this a really big piece? It looks cool as fuck, man. I like the flames. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, das ist cool. DM. Yeah, that's fun. Fun is fun. I have no idea what these guys are. Oh, the captain with the tentacles. Huh? Oh, I like those. I like the way you did the tentacles. I don't know if you needed to go all the way to the tip of the tentacle with the darker color, but that's about it. I like the other little captain dude beside him too, with the green on his base. That was fun. It's fun. Yes, das is fun. It's a nice transition on the smoke from his pipe too. Oh wow, look at these guys. Some Signarian type of beastmen things. I'm so out of touch with War Machine stuff. Sorry, I was just taking a sip of my coffee. Or what's left of my coffee. Front end of the genie? Yeah. See, I like the genie. But see, the thing is that you have a lot of colors at play. And again, like I said, I often caution against having a lot of colors at play. Just because it obviously can, they all can kind of conflict with each other, especially when they're really saturated like this. Which is why when you see models that have a lot of color on them, they often will desaturate the palette. Because it just brings balance to, all these colors, this riot of colors on a model. Not that this is bad or anything like that. It's just, it can just draw the eye in, less than positive ways. Versus if you wanted to have it predominantly this blue purple kind of look, then you could have had, like I said, you could have had purple in those, in the shadows of his flesh, in the shadows of the leather, and you know what I mean? And that way it could really feel like he's, he's emerging from the smoke. He's manifesting out of that wisp of whatever the hell that is. But I like the way it's connected right into the lamp. That's really cool. It's a really good piece. Solid piece. Solid. Oh, is that it? Oh, that was it. Oh, wait, no, he's got another email, though. I think. Yes, he has another email. So let me, oops. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Let's go here. Yeah. And here. Okay. Anything here? Hentai Genie. Yeah. Yeah, Tiro, yeah, I like the pirates. Yeah, the pirates were very cool. I like the way the tentacles were done. I don't think the way the dark color went all the way to the end of the tentacle. I don't think that was entirely necessary. I think it could have went from probably like a couple millimeters from the tip and then started transitioning, getting darker and maybe possibly getting a little thicker towards the base of the tentacle. Just to, kind of help the eye create those gradients on that surface, But yeah, Genie in Purple Haze. Yeah, Tiro, nice and colorful, strong old school vibes. Definitely. Well, I like old school paint jobs. They're just cool. No school like the old school. Okay, so here's Sergeant Shamrock's. My throat's starting to hurt now. Sergeant Shamrock's second email. It's me, yo boy, Sergeant Shamrock, with more pictures and fewer words. Added a work in progress of Goblin that I'm working on. So let's have a look at the Goblin. Ooh, look at these guys. Ooh. Excuse me. Throat hurts now from doing the Shamrock voice. Yeah, see, I like these. I like the way they're painted. But again, it's a lot of colors going on. And a lot of them, like the green, obviously, because it's brighter along the darker tones, immediately is the first thing that jumps out at you, right? I'm sure many of you saw. Whereas the guy in the back, I think if you're going to have that many colors at play, and when we were talking earlier about Heretic Scott's painting, where, with these really bright elements, you want to have them very small so that they don't overpower, versus like the guy in the front here with the hat that's green. The green kind of overpowers, and the green on the guy's shield on his shoulder, right? It's just those kind of considerations that, again, when you're looking to really paint models well, you want to find that balance. Because the guy in the background, yeah, he balances pretty well. He's predominantly that blue-gray and the brown, right? He's mostly the brown with that blue-gray as the secondary color, but then you got the red and the greens as accenting. versus the guys up closer. The green, like, don't get me wrong, this all looks really great, but you know, if you were doing this, you know, and trying to get serious about painting, I mean, I have no idea if Sergeant Shamrock's really, really serious about their painting, or if they're just having fun. If they're just having fun, then by all means, continue to work in this fashion. But yeah, I know there's many people out there, you know, aspirations for, you know, I don't know, competitions and stuff like that. Yeah. These are really fun sculpts. What did he say these were from? I didn't catch where he said these were from. Or did he even say? He didn't even say. Anyway, these are some pirate Skaven duders. They don't look GW to me. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is cool. What is this from? I like it. It's off to a really great start. Again, you have this purple, and the bright green draws the attention, right? So try not to pull from that and just stay within that realm. It's okay to use, you know, browns and grays, right? White and blacks, right? You know, to help. But whatever you've started here, I hope you don't introduce too many colors that aren't necessary, I should say. I mean, you can throw reds in there, you can throw blue, you can throw whatever colors you want in there, but be mindful of how much you add and the intensity. Because this looks like it's really off to a really great start. This is really fun. Oh, is that it? Yeah. I like it. Thank you, Sergeant Shamrock, for sending that in. Awesome stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Where's that goblin from? Like, he looks like he's like... It does not look like it's a 38 mil. It looks pretty darn big. And in fact, if I had to guess, this is a 3D print. If I had to guess. It's a 3D print. But anyway, I know everybody's on the 3D bandwagon these days, and yeah, I mean, I might have to bite the bullet and, you know, get a 3D printer. James Kent, every genie is a hentai genie, right? What? What? Tiro, it might be just me, but I love to see intentional brushstrokes on a mini, like the genie's vest. Lovely texture. Yes, oh, definitely. Yeah, I don't know when we fell into this notion that on a model surface it had to be free of brushstrokes, because in walks an airbrush, right, which completely, you know, can give you a very smooth gradual transition on a surface, right? And, you know, realistically, you know, it is very difficult to discern whether a gradient on a surface was created by airbrush or by hand, right? Because one has the stigma of, you know, being more difficult and takes more skill, and, you know what I mean? So, you know, but when did brush strokes become bad, right? I don't know. I noticed though that more and more painters are being very deliberate in their application color, and especially when you are stippling and stuff like that, that already has that human touch to it, of brush to surface, right? Which is nice. And, you know, again, I mean, like, I'm fine with, you know, airbrushed highlights and transitions, and I'm fine with, you know, man-made brush strokes and stuff like that. I'm for it all. I'm for it all. I think as long as, you know, especially those who don't do a lot of painting, as long as they're getting their painting done, right? As long as they're, you know, making some progress. You don't have to finish it. Just make some progress, right? Because, I mean, for a vast majority of you, right, this is a hobby. And, you know, should be fun. You're supposed to be having fun with this time, right? You're supposed to be having fun. Not supposed to be stressed out. This is supposed to be your time away from stress, to recollect yourself and, you know, just have some happy time. James Kent, those Skaven were the pirates from Blood Bowl guys from Punga Minis. Punga Minis? I've never heard of Punga. What's Punga? James Kent, progress, not perfection. Yes. Yeah. Progress, not perfection. Yeah, it's a good mantra. Yeah. To always make progress, not perfection, because perfection doesn't exist. Perfection is not real, right? Whatever you imagine in your brain as being perfect, it's not a reality. It's not an attainable goal. Perfection is unattainable because there, you know, nothing that man can do or create can be perfect. How could an imperfect being create perfection? Not going to happen. So, accept your limitations and do the very best you can, right? If that's your goal. Some of you are just want to sit there and play with your, you know, your models and assemble them and, you know, slap some paint on them, maybe play some games, you know what I mean? And enjoy your time. And absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? In fact, that's the whole point of a hobby, which this is, right? So, it's supposed to be having fun. If you're not having fun, probably find a new hobby. Scott Radum, painting smooth is fun, Kris. It is fun. Fun! Have fun like me. I'm having fun. Fun! It's going to take plastic surgery to remove the fucking smiles from our faces from all the fucking fun we're having. Fuck. Wee. What time we at? Holy crap. 2 minutes to the hour. Last email. This is from our good buddy, Dark Commission. Hi, mighty one. I can't really do a good British accent, so I'm not going to try. If I was really great at doing accents, yeah, I would do one from everywhere where I thought the person was from. That'd be fun. Maybe I'll have to work on my British accent. I mean, British accent. Like, what's a British accent? Because there's so many different British accents. Right. Anyway. Just a few pics of my latest finished model. Her body is cartoonish in that her feet are 90mm, body is 54mm, and the head is 75mm, but she is a lovely model. I use this opportunity to try a tartan-ish pattern on her cloak. I'm not brilliant. It's not brilliant, but okay. CNC are welcome as always. Cheers, John, aka Dark Commission. With the darkest of commissions. Well, let's have a look. Holy smokes. She looks like a hobbit. Did you convert this model? Is that why there's different scales at play, or what? Because she looks like a hobbit. It actually looks more like is it a 32mm model? Is that a 25mm base you got it standing on? The work on the feet, the highlights and everything like that looks great. The face looks awesome. I really dig the leather. The green, it's all really good. I like the way you did her eyes. Has that, you know, that magenta, that pinkish hue in the eyes. I like that. Nice and clean. Oh, we're doing a tartan pattern on the thing. Yeah, it almost looked more like a diamond pattern initially when I was looking at it. Now I can see it, yeah. It's very, very cool. I like it. I don't know if the black lines need to be as thick, but that's neither here nor there. It is fun though. Yeah, with like a tartan pattern. I mean, like I've demonstrated doing tartan patterns on small scale models. Once or twice, I think. Not on this channel though. But yeah. This is my first impression is that this is not a tartan pattern. This is more of a diamond or checker pattern, or mosaic, as opposed to tartan. But yeah. I really like the way you do the leathers though. It's really fun. I was gonna say like with the leather you could bring it up a bit more, but nah. Because I see like the way you did like the little holsters for the blades and stuff, and yeah, I like that how you have like the sensation that there's two different leathers at play. And in fact, I think like the leather on her arms and her shoulders could have been done like the way you did the leather on her holsters. I think they could have been done the same way. And her bag. A bit more worn, a bit more sturdier leather, as opposed to her cloak. Also, too, I think the pattern, could have went on her cloak as well. So it felt kind of connected. But see, I like this view. I like that solid green and the brown cloak or the brown hood. I like that. But it's nice and clean. I like it. It looks really good. I would kind of like to know how big it is. Like, how big a piece is this? Well, I guess you've probably been telling me in the chat, right? But, yeah. Yeah, I think her cloak could have... Her hood probably could have matched the cloak. Yeah. So thank you, Dark Commission, for sending that in. Awesome stuff. I don't really have too much on that. I mean, I did do doing tartan pattern. I don't know how big that model is. She looks pretty big, yet doesn't. So yeah. It's kind of hard to say. Sorry, I'm just clicking through things now. In the chat. Where am I here? Fire Drake 18. I see. Family vacation. Good one, Kris. You almost stumped me. Maybe next time. Fun. Ooh. She is Kira by Black Crow. Send me a link. John, send me a link. Reese Taylor, airbrush, brush strokes, whatever use or do whichever technique or tool you want. At the end of the day, as long as you are happy with your mini, that's what matters. Definitely. 100%. James Kent, episode 340. Oh yeah, we didn't even name the episode yet. And we're 5 minutes OT. Holy carmoles. You know what? We better name this episode then. I don't know how much of I'm going with James Kent though. 340. Wait for the Chevy Chase impression. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, I don't know how much of a Chevy Chase impression it was, but I mean, nobody said it was going to be a good one, right? Nobody said it was going to be a good impression. At least I never did. Oh, right. We never checked out the G-dubs. Oof. Curse City's 271 Canadian. Hoof. Hoof. Reese Taylor. Haha. Would love to watch you do a video attempting British accents. I don't even know I couldn't even tell you. Yeah, like Scottish. I mean, I might be able to do a Scottish. If, cause like I do a horrible Irish one, and even British ones are, English or horrible, but yeah, like Welsh. I don't even know if I could do it. Like if I could distinguish a Welsh accent from other ones. Yeah, Scouse, Geordie, and what is it, Mancuan? Yeah, I don't even know what those are. That's you just said a bunch of things there, Reese. Yeah. Evan Belleau looks awesome. I thought all hobbits, male and female, had hairy feet. According to Token, did she visit a beautician for waxing? Well, of course, right? Because you got to stay silky smooth, especially because she looks like a ranger, right? So, you got to stay smooth, and that's why like runners and swimmers and stuff like that, they shave their bodies because you got to stay smooth. It's aerodynamic, right? You got to stay aerodynamic. Well, even a hobbit has to stay aerodynamic. Reese Taylor, the paint job looks mint. Dark Commission would drive me crazy painting a tartan pattern. Yeah. I think I've demonstrated once or twice painting a tartan pattern on a model. I think I did it once on a Troll Blood from War Machine or Hordes, whichever one. I want to say I tried it on something else. It's been a while since I've done it. I don't think I've done it on this channel though. I don't think I've demonstrated a tartan pattern. I suppose I could find a model with some cloth and then just do a tartan pattern on it. But yeah, preferably not one of in actual use. I'd rather do one that was like like one of the commercially used ones, right? Just so that not infringing on anybody's identity. Fire Drake 18, True Ebb. Never trust a woman with big feet. Never trust a woman with big feet. Why? I'm just curious. I'm curious now. Never trust a woman with big feet. Why? Like big feet, like the character there? I don't know. That's hilarious. I don't know. Dark Commission, she's about 2 inches tall. Oh, okay. So she's pretty big then. Okay. I'm pretty good at measuring out, eyeballing up 2 inches. Evan Belleau, episode 340. Do female hobbits get their feet waxed? Do they? Legion, I really like the Curse City box, but it's way too expensive for me. Yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, I'm not surprised at the price, really. But yeah, $271 for us Canadians in Canadian dollars. But you get a shit ton of models in this thing. So, I mean, realistically, it's not a terrible deal. And it's still all up on the Canadian side of things. You can still pre-order Canadian. At least here it is, anyway. So I know that oh, no longer available. Never mind. It's gone. Never mind. From the time it took me to click that and thing, it changed. No, it's gone. It's gone. Anyway, yeah, like it looks good. Looks interesting. The models are really sweet. I even like that big bat vampire thingy. Yeah, like all these characters, like they just look too much fun to paint. I like the knight, the one with the big eagle head on her shoulder. I like that model. It's a cool looking model. I like the elf with the bow. I like the wizard duder with the long Fu Manchu chin beard thingy going on. Yeah, they're all really cool looking models. Yeah, this model, I like this model. Yeah, I like this dude. So it kind of reminds me of the old Astropath from Rogue Trader. Yeah. He's probably my least favorite. He's cool, but I'm like, I wouldn't be like, oh, I've gotta paint that. It's like, nah. No big whoop. Yeah, see, I like this big bat thing, man. That's freaky looking. You get a shit ton of stuff. Look at the big rat piles and bats. Man, this should have came out at Halloween. This guy's kind of cool. I kind of dig this guy. He's all right. He's pretty cool. This thing's cool. This is scary. This is some freaking Bram Stoker Dracula shit going on here. Am I still on the window? Yeah, I am. Damn. What window am I on? But yeah. He's pretty darn cool. It's a bat werewolf thing. It's a werebat. Is that a thing? Is a werebat a thing? Yeah, it's pretty darn cool. I like even a little rat on his base. It's like scampering. It's scampering. Skeleton duders. You know, skeleton duders. Ogre zombie things. Ogre zombie things. You know, whatever. Some sort of... I don't know. Some sort of dude gonna leap out and smack you with a sword, I guess. I mean, they're very cool looking models. What are they, like harpies or something? Skeleton duders. Skeleton duders. Skeleton duders. Skeletons with the things in their backs. These are... crack me up. Bats. Bats. More bats. Rats. And bats. Rats and bats. Oh, they're zombie rats. There's little objectives and stuff. Oh, I like this little golem here on the bottom. I like this little golem duder. Funny. Funny. I sound like I'm losing brain cells really quick here. Yeah, I like this little dude. I want to look at this dude. Ha! He's got a little bum. He's biting the coin like he's checking the value, right? Why did they bite the coins? Back in, you ever remember you used to see that in cartoons and stuff like that? They bite the coin. Why did they do that? Was that just a test to see if it was made with real gold, solid gold? But either way, I like this little golem duder. Or gargoyle. He's a gargoyle. That's what he is. Not a golem. Fuck. I know words. Zombie rats. Books. Yeah, I mean, like anybody snagging this up, bravo. Bravo indeed. I'm sure we were talking about this in Discord that apparently, yeah, these sold out, and then apparently they're already on eBay with like tacking on $50 more. I'm sure Games Workshop will put out another pre-order, just like they did with Indomitus, because Indomitus was plagued with all the people trying to gouge everybody. The rest of it's all just the Lumineth stuff. Yeah. Lots of books. Yeah, but I see here this one thing. It's a key. It's just a fucking key? Is that the key? What is it called? The key to Ulfkarn. Ulfenkarn? Ulfenkarn. Is that I take it that's the city that this is all taking place in? So get a key. With key goodness. Chocked full of key goodness. For everybody out there who needs a key, it's pretty damn big too. I mean, if it was a bottle opener, okay, well then, yeah. I mean, we got some utility out of it, right? But if it's just, to sit on your shelf, okay. I mean, like, I'm not all about that Cursed City lifestyle, so, sure. I guess. It's a thing. Sure. Wait, why is there two versions of Warhammer Quest Cursed City? One's 271, one's 239. Oh, one doesn't have the card book pack. Oh, one comes with a book. Oh, and the special edition book. Oh, okay, so the regular box game itself is $239 Canadian. Not available. I can't buy it anyway. But, okay. All right. Yeah, it's pretty darn cool. I mean, like, it's its own game. And I don't know how compatible this is with, like, Silver Tower or, any of the other Warhammer Quest. But, yeah. Pretty cool. It's all right. James Kent, every Nurgle player wants that little gargoyle guy as a Nurgling. Nurglings with wings. What about that? Nurglings with wings. Winged Nurglings. With little fly wings. Oh wait, isn't there a Nurgling with wings? I think there is a Nurgling with wings, isn't there? Or am I freaking out? I could be freaking out, but I'm more than likely. Ghost to Starman Deluxe. There is. Some coins would get left with a bite mark. Some wouldn't. I forget which ones were real, unfortunately. Yeah, well, gold's soft. So I'd imagine if you bit it, your teeth would sink in, and that would tell you that you're dealing with gold. Right? I don't know. Somebody made a video, I think, not too long ago about, the whole biting the coin thing. But the biting the coin, that's not the same as biting the pillow, is it? Reese Taylor, it's a monkey dog thing. It's a monkey dog thing. Monkey dog thing. What? Night Warden Gaming, real gold is soft and would leave impressions. Fake would be too hard. Yes, yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure. Believe the key was for those who bought the special edition. Well, the key was separate. It was showing separate. At least here in Canada. I don't know. Scott Radham, you can hold that key up to the rock formations on the beach to find one-eyed Willie's treasure. That key is a bargain. What? One-eyed Willie? Ghost Starman, flying Nurglings? That'd be awesome. I know, right? Nurglings with little wings? Like little, like, like, how the Imperium has the cherubs? Well, what if Nurgle had little flappy Nurgly things flying around? Cute little cherub Nurglings who bite your face off. Something along those lines, I suppose. Alrighty. We did the emails. We did the Instagrams. We're up to date on our emails. It's been a very long time since I've been behind on emails, but thankfully. Sorry, I'm just getting rid of some windows here and stuff. Okay, I don't think I need to have that pre-order thing up there. Warhammer Quest Curse City. So it's only $240 Canadian for me. Because I'm in Canada. I just don't shop around in other currencies. Everybody's like, yeah, fuck yeah, of course, Kris. Jesus. Not that stupid. Anyway, Dark Commission. I'll be finishing Old Man Logan's Angry Woman this week. Starting it only 1.5 years ago. Oh, right. Did I get an answer to the whole... What was it? Oh, never trust the one with big feet? Did I get an answer to that? It was Fire Drake. No, Fire Drake didn't answer me. Fire Drake! God damn it. Can't make statements like that and then just leave me out in the open like that. Like, I gotta know. Why? Why? Fire Drake, I thought One-Eyed Willie sailed off with the rest of the treasure. Alex Legault, Mortarian's base has flying Nurglings. Yeah, right? There's flying Nurglings there? Yeah, because they have like the double fly wings, right? Yeah. Scott Radham, Goonies. What? Ghost Starman, oh shit, so it does. We need more though. Yes, we do. Fire Drake, that's what Willie wants us to think. I don't even know what we're fucking talking about anymore, so I am just going to end the stream. How to end a stream. First is the element of surprise. Surprise! I should have ended the stream right there, too. If you're brand new to this hobby, you want some help with the color scheme, or you just want to show off what you're working on, maybe your commission painting service, send your emails to Kris@wayofthebrush.com. If you're going to send pictures, send them as attachments in the email. Don't send it off as links to other sites because it just won't do it. Of course, if you're watching this live, you can also, submit your questions in the chat. And of course, join us on Discord. Discord's a lot of fun, and we keep the conversation rolling there. And of course, if I don't answer your question, a lot of the monkeys are very knowledgeable, and a lot of them have been paying attention to the kind of crap I've been talking about, and so they pretty much know a lot of my thoughts on various subjects. So you can pretty much take their word for it. And I'm usually keeping watch, so if they're posting bullshit, then I usually say, well, that's bullshit. But I usually don't call people out on the bullshit too much. But anyway. WayTheBrush.com in the description below is got links to all social medias, Discord, and of course t-shirts. Get a t-shirt. Help support the channel. Help me continue to do what it is that I do. And of course, if you want to look like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world, they're wearing a Way the Brush t-shirt. And if you purchase yourself a shirt, send a picture of yourself in your shirt, and I will add it to the Monkey Shrine. It's also at WayTheBrush.com. And of course, you'll find a link for Patreon. Huge thank you to all my patrons. Without your support, this channel would not be able to continue to do what it is that I do, which is educate, inform, and sometimes entertain. I use the word entertain loosely. Educate, I take very seriously. Educate, very serious. Inform, I try. Really hard. Entertain, I don't know. There are varying tiers of support on Patreon, so a huge thank you to everybody who does. And, again, I just would not be able to do all this. If you're not able to support monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, subscribing, sharing, and commenting, all that stuff, interacting with the video helps get it populated out to other places and just, other things. And, it's the algorithm. It's so that we can appease the algorithm gods. That's all it is. That's all it's for. It's the only reason why any YouTuber says it or content producer says it. Like to follow, subscribe, because it's the algorithm. Because everybody wants the algorithm to push their videos to other people, and everybody sees it, and So, if you want to help Chris out, that's how you're gonna help me out. Or go to the Patreon and just chuck me $1, whatever. Or don't. You probably didn't even make it this far into the video. Probably not. Anyway. Speaking of thank yous, big thank you to Carl, aka Guymere Alfer, aka Beer and Bubble. That's his YouTube channel. Check him out if you love yourself some beer and you love yourself some Blood Bowl. Beer and Bubble is where it's at. We always take time to thank Carl, even though he is no longer with us, for taking the time out of his busy day to create the email jingle that played before the email segments of the show. And so always much love to Carl. And of course, speaking of love, much love to my baby brother Evan for creating the intro outro music that plays at the begin and end of the show. So always much love to my baby bro Evan. And of course, if you're into rare, like that little guy with opening his coat, rare. In fact, Evan will show up at your place on your street and he'll flash his coat open. And he doesn't have feathers on or that big penis mask or whatever the fuck it is. I know, it's Plague Doctor. I know, everybody's like, it's a Plague Doctor mask, you dumb. No, I know that. I'm just making a joke. It's a joke. It's called a fucking joke. Okay? Calm down. Calm your fucking tits. It's a joke. I should make that a clip. Calm your fucking tits. It's a joke. And just have that come up every time anybody says something ridiculous. Just calm your tits. It's a fucking joke. We're done, right? We're done. We have no more. There's nothing else to do, right? We're done. We're done. Fire Drake Dean, you're right, Scott. He tricked me and the world. That clever one-eyed son of a bitch. Goes to Starman Deluxe. Don't worry, Chris. You never fail to entertain. Never? Well, that's very definitive. Never. I'm sure I've failed once or twice. I'm sure it's happened. At least more than once. I'm sure. Hopefully. Anyway, okay. It's Saturday. I'm sure we all have shit to do. Or continue doing. Whatever it is. I don't know. Either way, I'll see you guys later. Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you. And I will see you guys in the future. The future. Mind you, though, this is right now. This moment is now. We're talking about the future. Which way is the future? That way? Or maybe back that way. Forward? Either way. The future. But right now is the future. So I guess I'm seeing you now. True statement. Because when I initially said it, it was the past. It was a moment ago. That's the past. Now Right now, we see each other. In the future, can we guarantee I'll see you? Don't know. But now I see you. And now it was the future, right? Because we don't know. Comet could hit the planet in next minute or so. We wouldn't know. Would we? Who can say? Well, I suppose anybody with a telescope could say, but either way. I'm rambling because I'm farting around things. All right, I'll see you guys later. The key to winning any battle is the element of surprise.